Salute to the people, man. What's good with it? What's happening with it, man? Black Goose Live, man. What's we here, man. We back with it. Fluence Sandwich episode 5. You know what we doing, man? We watching boxing, baby. That's what we do. Let me make sure first and foremost. I know my shit kind of mad loud that I'm listening to. That might be coming through. Turn that down just a little bit. We don't want that on us too. But what's good with it, y'all, man? Happy Saturday, man. Not too much going on in the boxing community today. We got Caleb Plant. We got Caleb Truax. I know it's not really the most exciting fight in the world, but I'm like, it's better than nothing. You know what I'm saying? The card actually wasn't that bad, man. I wish Low Ball would have went live for that last fight. That big boy, man, he looked like he the real deal, man. I don't remember his name. That big boy, man. Okay, cool. The audio straight. You know what I'm saying? Got to make sure that shit cool. So excuse me for that right there. Yeah, man. That last fight, man, that was a cold uppercut that man threw. I'm like, damn, I missed out on a good one right there. But come on, man. Let's be real with it. Expects much when it comes to this fight. I think Caleb Plant's gonna steamroll Truax, and supposedly so. You know what I'm saying? That's what he should do. I like he coming out to that. That's cold right though. He's keeping it slow. I'm gonna go ahead and turn that off though before it copyright me. Turn me off. You know what I'm saying? Keep me from even going. But you see, Truax is coming. He coming out to the slow and steady. You know what I'm saying? So that means he's relaxed. He's not gonna let nothing really shake him. I think it's gonna be a good fight for the first 4 rounds. I think Truax is really gonna do some work. I think he's gonna do some good things. And what I mean by that, I don't think he's gonna be dominating the fight, nothing like that. But I think he's gonna look competitive, man, because you know what I'm saying, he knows this is his last shot at the belt. You know what I'm saying? He knows this is really all he got right here. So he's gonna put it all out there. I think we're gonna definitely see a knockout. There's no way this is gonna go to a decision. Because I don't think Truax is gonna stand for that. If he's getting blown out, like if he's just getting worked, I don't see him settling for a decision. I think he's going to put it all out there. So I think we got a good fight ahead of us if we want to be 100 with you. But at the same time, I don't think it's going to be a competitive fight, but I think it's going to be good. You know what I'm saying? Speak positivity into the air so it may be. You know what I'm saying? We'll see, though, for real. Salute to the people. You know what I'm saying? Happy Saturday. Man, I won't even lie, man. I feel like the Lakers have been slipping lately. On the low, no disrespect. You know what I'm saying? They still look like they probably the best team in the whole entire. My bad, y'all see the wetness in the hat. It's because I got out the shower through cap on. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's going through. Don't judge me, but I don't know, man. The way it's been moving, the way it's been grooving, I just be feeling like. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? It's early in the season, man. That's the only thing I hate about basketball, man. When it's this early in the season, I don't really care now. Okay, Plant. So what he coming out to? Okay. Okay. Coming out big hype, ready for it. It should be a solid fight, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm here for it. I'm all in, man. What day is the Super Bowl, man? This ESPN telecast is brought to you by Shapers. Salute to the people, man. I feel like this is going to be a solid fight to watch, but I definitely think it's going to be a blowout. Caleb Plant's going to style on my man Truax, but I think Truax is going to make it a competitive fight, man. So it's at least something to enjoy, you know what I'm saying? Salute to boxing for it. Y'all see Broner got his opponent. Broner got an opponent, man. So his debut's still good. Celtics is on the Lakers' ass right now. I feel like everybody been lately, though. All right, here we go. We got the announcements. We do it with the walkouts. Gotta get a copywritten with them entrance musics, man. I got D. But salute to the people, man. If you up in here, you ain't throw the like, man. Go ahead, show some love, man. Throw a like. You know what I'm saying? We chilling. Fluence Lounge is always nothing different, man. Ain't nothing extra to the energy, man. We just up in here, man. We chilling, watching whatever may be. You know what I'm saying? And today is Truax versus young Caleb Plant, man. Like I said, man, I don't really necessarily think it's going to be competitive, but I think there's going to be some dope moments. I think it's going to be, I think Truax is going to give his all, you know what I'm saying? Because this is his last time, man. He ain't ever going to get a chance to the belt after this. So, honestly, he may not even have to, I'm not going to say that. That's cold. Because you never know what happens, man. Boxing's a crazy sport, but still, man. This is most likely going to be his only chance to the belt.
California Boxing Champions presents the featured bout of the evening, brought to you by TGB Promotions and Sweet Hands Promotions in association with Warriors Boxing and sponsored by Geico. This bout is sanctioned by the IBF, the president, Daryl Peoples. Introducing our three judges, scoring from ringside, we have Max DeLuca, Dr. Lorette, and Zachary Young.
It's going to be a good fight right here, man. Excuse me, man. Hopefully that's not that Corona. Carana. That's what some people say. They like the Carana. Sometimes.
It's time for the main event of the evening. Introducing you first on my left, the challenger riding out of the red.
Let's go, man. Old man Truax.
Hailing from Osseo, Minnesota.
He's been in there with the best, but never beat the best. Some would say. No disrespect at all. That means this is high-level competition, of course. Said they changed up some of his ways in his training camp. He said they're doing a little bit more on the wrestling side of the game. Now, is that going to be effective? We'll see.
Will fade at times, but I don't know if that's going to be early. Round one underway. Caleb Plant in the black with the fringe, and Caleb Truax.
So right away, man, Plant looks a lot faster.
And the red trunks out of Minnesota.
Oh man, those body shots. This might be a short fight. This might be 4 rounds, 4 or 5 rounds, man. Caleb Plant just right off the bat, I could just see it, man. This is gonna be something. It's gonna be quick, man.
He will also plant, so to speak, and throw hard shots. He says he can go off the front foot, the back foot.
Man, doubled up the left hook. First one didn't land, but the second one sure did. Came with a right hand to the body right after. It's like this is gonna be quick work, man. It's gonna be easy work. No disrespect. It's just Truax, man. He's older, he's slower. Oh man, that left hook, man, that's landed every time that Truax tried to get up inside right there. Oh, that was beautiful. Jab right hand to the body. Understanding his range, understanding the distance. Man, this.
How many people live in that house and what car that opponent drives? You know, he really is a thinker and a student of the game. I know him personally, you know, so no surprise to see him in the middle of the ring.
That right to the body hurt Truax, man.
At this point in the fight.
Sounds like he's like.
Look at man. Right side of his face is already red. Truax is. This is gonna be the 3-4 round fight.
CIA or something like that. He's able to land the jab and then a right to the body, so he's already showed a little creativity in his arsenal. There it is again, a little jab. And then
oh, that was beautiful. Jab, left hook to the body. It was more like a left uppercut to the gut.
But also being patient. I think that's going to work to his advantage. If you rush against a guy like Caleb Plant, you're going to walk into something.
Strong combinations there from Plant, already landing 10 punches. Truax tries the hook to the body.
This first round is devastating for Truax.
37 years old. What was so impressive about his win over DeGale was his consistency. He's very
That was a headbutt a little bit right there, accidental.
Football player, turned boxer a little late, but very athletic and very game.
Got to be consistent. I like that word. If you're Caleb Truax,
Good double jab from Truax.
Be consistent. If you're defensive, be defensive. Be consistent with that. Don't get touched and give Caleb Plant more confidence.
Good double jab.
And the same thing offensively. When it's time to go and get that offensive attack off.
Not necessarily landed, but at least he's showing Plant he's not necessarily scared. But you see Plant came on strong, won the round, and now he's chilling.
I'm not mad at it.
Easily controlled. Yeah, man. Truax took some damage right there, man. Truax took some damage. That's not a good look for Truax. He's not gonna be able to. He can't just think that his game plan is gonna be walking down, Plant straight forward. That's not gonna work in no type of way.
You know what I mean? Try not to close the distance with one big punch. Try nice and easy to close the distance because he's going to keep going back until you force him into the ropes or something. So not one big punch or one jerk. It's nice and easy. Have fun in there, man. All right, that was a good. You see what he's capable of. It get too good for him, too fast. But you just got to put the pieces.
I say that's solid advice. He's relaxing. You know what I'm saying? He's relaxing Plant down. He's seen that Plant kind of let loose a lot right there in that first round, calming him down. You know what I'm saying? Let that adrenaline rush settle. Man, just go in there, be loose with it, man. That left hook is landing all day on Truax, man. Right, the whole right side of his face was red as hell in the first round. But you can see he keeps that right hand real low, man. When he throws that jab, it drops even lower. So that's going to be there all day.
Too fast for this guy, right?
Yeah, I mean, and that's what you're supposed to tell Caleb Plant. Even if you only, you didn't land as much as you
that jab, man.
You give him the confidence. Hey, you are fast. Keep using your hands and keep working those combinations.
But it's more that, man. His timing and the power is there too. He's in another level right now. 3-4 round fight, man. Remember what I said, man. I'm not changing that up. I'm sticking to that. Oh, that right hand to the body was nasty.
Right here's the moment that I was talking about for Caleb Truax. Don't relax right there. Take advantage right there.
Yeah, the moment when there's a little lull in energy, just even a slight ebb.
That you get close to him, you corner him against the ropes like that. Boom, take advantage. That's his. Those are going to be the moments for Caleb Truax in this fight.
Brian Kenny and Sean Porter here again, calling our main event. Sean, we've gotten so used to this. You've already fought in these conditions, but there are no fans here.
Oh, it sounds like there's fans. That shit crazy.
His last fight was Nashville, his hometown. It was jam-packed.
Oh, okay. So that's the soundtrack. That's a pretty good soundtrack, goddammit. I thought they was fighting somewhere with a couple fans up in that joint.
And most corners aren't really speaking up too much during the course of the fight. So you got nothing. When you land a good punch, it's all up to you to recognize that punch that you landed. There's no crowd to give you anything.
No. I hear something. I guess they can't hear it, maybe.
Comes from inside.
Right. It's funny. We've called so many fights, Sean, including yours back.
Good hard jab right there.
There's a big topic of conversation. We've gotten past that, but for the fighter, he hasn't. When they went to the corner, I thought, wow, it's quiet. Yeah, you must have felt that too.
You were here when I fought, right?
No, I was here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you were here in the stadium, and you're big leaguing everybody now and doing it remotely. And somehow you still know what it feels like to be here, which is crazy.
Back and forth, the COVID regulations.
You see all the thumbs up going up and everything. I don't know how you doing this turning this up, but I like
more focused, right? Compartmentalizing like Michael Coffey. Your final 30 seconds.
Man, Truax, he's trying, man. I give him this, man. He's durable. I haven't really necessarily seen nothing that's made Truax really either want to take a step back or stop, coming forward or pressure. And he's just not throwing no punches though. He's just kind of just standing in front of Plant and just letting him hit him. He ain't return. Oh, he almost got dropped from that left hook right there, boy. Oh, yeah, he about to drop. Oh, man. That left hook almost dropped Young. Man, everybody got this movie just showed everywhere, man. It seemed like some people were saying, "Oh, this is not good, though." Some people were saying it wasn't good. I'm just saying. That's what some people were saying. I don't know. I ain't seen it. I haven't decided if I want to, but it's Denzel, so I think that's disrespectful. And I should watch it, but I don't know, man. We'll see.
Round number 3. By the way, the 2021 NASCAR season officially takes off just 2 weeks from now. It's the Great American Race, the Daytona 500. New tracks, new teams, and a new champ. They will fight for racing's biggest prize. It's sure to be a heavyweight battle. Everything gets compared to boxing. Watch your oldest Superman punch.
I've never tried that. I'm not confident enough to try that one. I do like that punch, though.
You're more grounded, aren't you, Sean?
Yeah. I do like that punch, though, not gonna lie.
Round number 3, IBF Super Middleweight Championship. Caleb Plant, Caleb Truax.
Good double jab from Plant, man. Good right hand. Now, see, if Plant can't stop Truax, I think Canelo's going to want to fight Plant. Because I'm like, y'all see, you know what I'm saying? He got Yilderman in February, right? February. And then in May, he's fighting Billy Joe. So his next fight, in my opinion, is probably going to be Caleb Plant. That's going to be his next crossover fight because he only got a 2-fight deal with DAZN. So I think he's going to do a 2-fight deal with DAZN. After that, he's going to do a 2-fight deal with PBC, and that's going to probably consist of Caleb Plant and maybe the Charlo brother. And maybe somewhere in between there, we might see a Triple G fight. I doubt it, though. I don't think we're going to ever see Canelo versus Triple G. I used to think so, but I think that's dead in the water now, man. It's dead in the water.
And you need so much when you're going up against a guy like Caleb Plant. You need a good jab of your own, if not great. You need fast feet, fast hands. You need a whole lot.
But yeah, man, I think if Plant fights Canelo, man, I got Canelo. I'm gonna be real. Plant's cold, man. Plant is super cold, but yeah, Canelo. I think what a lot of people forget is when they say Canelo will get outboxed, which I honestly don't think he'll get outboxed. But even if you styling on him, Canelo got that power, man. His power is different than a lot of people. But see, that's why a lot of people want to see Jamal versus Canelo, but I think Canelo outboxes Jamal. That's the thing. That's a tough fight though for Canelo. Jamal. That's a tough fight.
That's very true. And then even right there, how can you be this close to Caleb Plant and not hit him? It really does.
Plant's cold though, man. He's a styler, man. I like it. But then you got David Benavidez out there too. I would like to see Plant versus David Benavidez before I see either of them against Canelo. He tripled up that left hand. That was beautiful. He had body. That's talent. That's work. Let's see if he can stop Truax, man. Because he's styling on him, he's wilding on him, but you know what I'm saying? If you want people to want to see you against Canelo, like I know people love Plant. I love Plant, man. He's cold, man, but I just don't think that's the fight, man. If you're gonna argue for Plant, then I should be arguing for Andrade because Andrade does the same thing to everybody he fight. That's crazy to me. People go crazy for Plant, and Plant's cold. Don't get me wrong, but I'm like, where's the same love for Andrade? It's basically the same thing. But it's like neither of them really possess power like that.
Game time means crunch time. But you gotta bring the chips. Yeah.
I think Andrade has a better chance against Canelo, though. That's my opinion. I personally think that.
Don't forget the chips. Terry, don't forget your pants.
Don't forget the chips.
And it's like I want to throw David Benavidez in there, but he's not consistent enough for me. Even though he's cold and he's a talent. That's why I would like to see Plant versus David Benavidez. I would like to see Andrade versus Billy Joe, but Billy Joe snaked his way into a fight with Canelo. So what is Billy Joe gonna do? Is he gonna wait and not fight all the way until he fights Canelo, or is he gonna take a fight before that and possibly jeopardize it? I'd be interested.
Very serious man. In the gym. Again, up against the sweet hands. All different types of.
That would be something I would like to know.
Also, I don't even know if Sean Porter can do this.
Don't ask.
Look at this.
Now this is serious. Yeah.
He's not on a space shuttle.
I've never seen that one. I'm glad I'm not in the gym with him anymore.
Wow. Again, your level of commitment in the gymnasium, right, Sean? That takes an awful lot.
It shows up in the fight. It shows up in the fight.
A dedicated champion. Round 4, Caleb Plant.
Only ever talk about Jamal versus Caleb Plant.
With you here in Los Angeles. Again, the main event now, and Caleb Plant make things on the horizon at 168 pounds. And he needs to look good in every single fight.
I think too much attention is on Canelo when there's a lot of fights that can be made within the PBC frame when it comes to the middleweight, super middleweights. But it's like for some reason, motherfuckers is hell bent on seeing PBC guys fight other guys because PBC has the best guys. But that doesn't make sense to me. Like, find out your best guy within that frame and then put him up against the best guy against somebody else. I'm like, Earl Spence, in my opinion, you can't say you deserve 50-50 over Terrence Crawford because Terrence Crawford cleaned out everyone he was supposed to clean out at top rank. I don't give a fuck how good, how weak y'all say it is. It is what it is. So he has the right to say, look, I'm sitting pretty. Oh, that was a beautiful uppercut. That looked like it hurt Truax a little bit, but he's still coming forward. And then, Earl, you still got dudes you got to fight at 147, man. Okay, you fight Danny, good. He about to fight Ugas. That's a good look. Still got Keith Thurman out there. That's a fight I like to see. That's really the fight mainly I'm focused on. Once you get that fight, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure Broner's fighting at 140. If he's fighting at 147, that would be a fight. But I'm not sure what his next fight coming up. He's fighting at. But they got him an opponent, though. So I'll give him that. At the very least. So I thought it was going to be a third, fourth round, but you know, the durability of Truax right now is upholding. Truax is literally just a punching bag in there. He hasn't landed, I don't think, really any clean shots. He's literally, they say he's landed 12. I haven't seen the 12. This man is just getting hit. And I respect him coming forward. You know what I'm saying? I respect him trying, but okay, at one point does his corner start, think about throwing in that white towel for him if he doesn't get knocked out, if he doesn't get hurt? Because at this point, this is going to be worse than him actually getting knocked out. The amount of damage, the amount of hits he's taking, the way this man's looking. At one point, so it's the fourth round. He looks like he's been through a 12-round war. That's how Truax looks right now. That's pretty nasty. He's getting destroyed. Yeah, it's still going to be a finish. If it's not going to be, if they don't throw in the towel for my young dude or stop the fight, it might end up being something nasty because this turning into something that I'm not personally into watching it. Because it's not close, it's not competitive at all. It doesn't even look like they should be sharing the ring. But I'm here, I'm watching it, man.
I don't know what to call it. I actually call it a funny jab, but it's a punch that goes right to the chin. Finishing with the jab, the trailing punch.
Yeah, man. There's no way this fight should go past this. I don't think it should, man. But I'm like, why don't we see Plant versus David Benavidez? I would love to see that fight. Why not? Plant versus Jamal. I had the PBC guys figure out who that top guy is, and then, you know what I'm saying, go over there, fight Canelo. Because I'm like, look, Yilderman, okay, yeah, he's a mandatory. Can't always take tough fights. Billy Joe Saunders, that's not an easy fight. I'm not saying it's going to be hard for him, but Billy Joe Saunders isn't an easy fight.
something.
And I think after the 2-fight deal with the zone, he's probably gonna sign a 2-fight deal with PBC, and he's gonna fight 2 guys at PBC next year.
Something that could enable Truax to build a little
Who?
bit of confidence as we're round number 5.
I think motherfuckers got to figure that out. They gotta. I don't think Plant should be fighting Truax, man.
Hey, if we're gonna catch this guy, we gotta catch
It just don't make sense to me.
where he can't move. Typically, one fighter is not able to move. You have to be able to swivel and move off of the ropes. But right there, when your back is on the ropes, you have a moment right there to have some success.
It's been all Caleb Plant as of yet, at least by the way we're seeing. But let's go to Marcos Villegas and see how he's scoring this fight. Marcos, what do you have?
How he's scoring this fight? We all scoring the fight the same way, man.
This
This has been an ass whooping. This shouldn't have even been sanctioned. At what point are they going to throw the towel in, or are they going to stop this fight? Because this man, at this point, him continuing to take a beating like this is worse than any type of KO. One punch KO, one punch knockout. This type of beating, man. This type of shit that sits with you the rest of your life, man. So when are they gonna be smart and they see that there's no way this is gonna change, and they go ahead and call the fight?
It's like half uppercut and half jab. That's a jab that I learned really early on, even as an amateur, and we just call this simply a funny jab. But they got another name for it. I'll figure it out.
This is a complete shutout, man.
It's like a 45-degree hook or something. It's a hook, it's an uppercut, and watch here. And that's nice head movement from Plant, kind of underrated because you're so focusing on the offense because it's overwhelming.
Truax, man, he came out, he got that slow music just bobbing in his head, man. He's just cruising through this right here. This ass whooping is cold-blooded, man. I hate watching fights like this, man. I'm not a fan of it. I know I'm watching it, but I'm just like, man, just why? What's the point of this? Y'all know this is how it's gonna go. Why even make this fight? This does nothing for Caleb Plant's career. This does nothing for his career.
You have one gear, but if you're gonna have one gear, make it 6th gear.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. I'm being 100. This does nothing for his career because this is what we expect. This is what we see. But it's not even a war. When it gets to this point, it's like, man, this really should not have been made. And for the belt, this was for the belt. It's crazy. How does this even happen? There's no disrespect, no slight to Truax. Truax was a legend, but he's past his prime, and there's no way this should have happened. At what point? At what point do we go ahead and say, hey, man, it says now this is supposed to go. Let's go ahead and call that joint. At what point? Someone tell me. You want to tell me? That ain't right, man. It's kind of depressing. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna check out what's going on in the Lakers side of the game because
Discover the possibilities at just $1.
it ain't right, man.
Taco Bell's $1 loaded nacho taco. It's value beyond belief.
It's just not. It's not even close, man.
Back in Los Angeles, the main event, Caleb Plant, Caleb Truax. You can get the all-new Fox Sports app for all the news, social, live games, and video you care about, all in one place. Plus, follow your favorite players, teams, and sports.
Okay, it's a pretty close game. The Lakers versus Celtics. I see.
Caleb Truax. It's been all
I'm
Caleb
ready.
Plant so far. Brian Kenny, Sean Porter with Marcos Villegas and Heidi Androl. Sean, give me one thing, because look, Plant looks terrific, right? We know that. Give me one
Plant
thing
looks
you
amazing,
Plant do
but we
against
expect
them so
this. So you can't judge anything from this. The most spectacular thing he could have done from this is literally finish Truax 2 rounds ago, right? But it's looking like it's probably going to go to a decision unless, you know what I'm saying, his corner, Truax, does a smart thing, go ahead and throw the white towel, because there's no point for him to continue in this fight because there's no way he can win this fight. So why just continue to take a beating? You know what I'm saying? Call it what you want, but this is pointless at this time. But at this point, you know what I'm saying? How does this? I don't know. I just don't see this really doing nothing for Plant. I think the Plant versus Canelo fight is inevitable. There's a reason why that was on the board, and there's a reason why that was out there.
You know what? I don't think he necessarily
The same thing with
needs
Billy
it
Joe.
against Caleb Truax.
Canelo versus Billy Joe was,
When I fought,
that was
Carmelo,
kind of put
I
that
tried
out.
to
What was
change,
kind of out there in the air like 2 years
complexion
ago.
of the fight, so to speak. And so I got on
So I'm
my
like, I
toes
see the
just to
same
see
thing.
what
Like I know Plant versus Canelo is gonna happen.
I don't think that's something
Oh,
that
excuse me.
Caleb
Yeah,
necessarily
I said that
needs.
right.
The straight rights to the body. I'm starting to see
Same
him
way
focus
Billy
on
Joe
the
versus
body a little
Canelo's
more, and I
happening.
like to see that.
I would like to know if Billy Joe gonna fight in between. I think he should. Billy Joe need to stay in shape. Billy Joe hasn't looked good in his last couple fights. With his move up to super middleweight.
I heard you mentioned that you liked me on my toes, so I appreciate that. I did watch the fight.
Do you watch that fight back?
I did. Didn't take you too long.
We were talking about that earlier. If you're just joining us, how often a fighter will look back.
Man, you know,
Fighters don't want to look
a
back.
fight is either boring or it's a blowout when the announcers are talking about random shit during the fight.
You know, you have a coach to give you the
They not paying attention to the fight, none. They're like, man, this shit. It ain't probably the same shit I'm thinking. See, I'm lucky enough I can switch over to this Laker game right here. Watch this for a little bit. Even though I'm not really a fan of the NBA early in the season, that shit trash, but I'll watch it. Damn it. But salute to the people, man. Salute y'all who been rocking with me, man. If y'all ain't hit that like button, that's disrespectful, man. Hit the like button, show some love. And if y'all not part of the motherfucking family, hit the subscribe button. But hit the like button at the very least, show some love out here. But
out of position, he'll miss. But because he's athletic and because he's got a good feel for who he is as a fighter, he's able to escape and not get touched, even though he did something that wasn't.
I say this, man, Plant.
And that's something that not many guys can do.
Strong in them first 5-6 rounds. Damn, doubled up that left hook, man. That was nasty.
Truax, and now the blood starts to flow a little bit more. That was a hard shot as well. It's a good point, Sean. Right hand to the body again.
Truax don't even be flinching. At one point,
Changing pace and landing continuous hard shots, blood flies from Caleb Truax, 37 years old, and the champ doing a number on him.
At what point do they go ahead and call the fight, man? At what point, man? Because I'm like, there's no way he can come back. There's no way. Unless he KOs the man. And we know that's not going to happen. So what's the point of keeping the fight going at this particular time? Like, call the fight. If you're his corner, if you care for the young man, because he's still young in life. He's only 37, but he's old in boxing, but he's young in life. Call the fight, man. From here on out, this is some bullshit. Call the fight. If you don't want to go out like that, you don't want to retire like that, we'll get you an easy fight for you to retire on, man. But hey, man, this is a world title fight, man. Have respect in that. But when you get him up against the ropes, don't back away. Keep fighting. Like, nigga, that's easy to say. You're not in the ring taking that ass whooping. That's trash, bro. It's terrible.
They said it. They said everything that needed to be said. When you get him up against the ropes, don't back up. Go get him right there. It should have started.
It's trash.
Started, you know, in round 1 or round 2.
Yeah, see, part of the year. Round 1 and round 2, and you ain't seen it to this point. You might as well call the fight. This is totally pointless, man. It's disrespectful.
Star outfielder in high school, University of Minnesota graduate. Again, came to boxing a little bit late, but he's been in there with the top fighters in the world. Won this belt, the IBF belt, back in 2017, beating James DeGale in London, England. We've showed you that footage before.
I'm like, my man, 37, man. He in there with a young gun, young hungry lion, man.
Caleb Plant, a champion who
all them credentials don't matter.
The best that he can be. Mentally, spiritually, physically, serious young man. And he has been terrific here tonight. Patient, though, Sean, like he says he wants the knockout, and he still may get it, but he'll get it his way.
It's interesting because you break down a fighter, and then it's much easier to get that knockout.
A lot of damage, man. What's going on over here?
And you're gunning for the head.
Salute to the people, man. Salute to the people, man. Happy Saturday, man. Hopefully y'all enjoying it the way I'm enjoying it, man.
And you won't get a knockout at all. So I think that Caleb Plant is putting in the necessary groundwork to break down Caleb Truax to knock him out later.
Right. And you can see, Sean, too, that hook just landed and had a bad effect on Truax. Whereas before it didn't seem to phase him as much. Nice little combination by Truax.
I'm actually sitting here. I'm sorry to cut you off. I'm sitting here wondering what Kevin Truax has got. I saw speed right there.
Yeah.
And I saw a little bit of pop right there. Like, continue to work at that pace and do that. You have to be.
He can't work at that pace no more, man. He 37, man. He been through wars. There ain't no crowd to pump him up and give him no adrenaline rush randomly. Like, he's working all just off of just, and he don't got much of that left, man. That goddamn fake cheering from the crowd is hilarious.
Final 40 seconds of round number 7. Caleb Plant able to have an answer even after a few seconds of
They need to stop this fight, man.
And even Truax said, "Hey, man, I got experience." So
I got
we talked about this
experience.
a little bit ago.
Hilarious.
Round 7, now you're going into 8.
This ain't it, y'all.
If anything, when your experience should start to show up.
Mental intensity, though, from Caleb Plant is a significant factor. Good hard jab just stops Truax in his tracks again. You know, when Truax tries to get close,
That man is getting hit with that jab at every opportunity, my nigga.
at 7 rounds, Caleb Plant takes a look back at the challenger who might go down.
Hey guys, my windshield just got broken. I feel like I even lost some steam. Let's go. Mr. Black, there's no need to be stressed.
Ooh, LA down by a couple points, man. Oh, that's a good bucket from AD right there, though.
Geico playing team is always there for you.
That's a good bucket.
Celebrate with some fireworks. 5, 6, 7.
Geico. Great service without all the drama.
There's Caleb Truax, who is getting beaten down in this fight. But it's a steady dive
Getting
of
beaten
jabs.
down in this fight, man. That's an understatement. He is getting absolutely annihilated, destroyed, dismantled, eradicated.
For the most part, he is using the up jab.
Man, if I was a corner, I would have been throwing the white towel, man.
It's hard to see.
It's disrespectful that the fact that they have not thrown the white towel in yet. Save this man from long-term damage. This is disrespectful. It's disrespectful and it ain't right. You don't care about your brother, man. You don't care about your team. I'm like, look, man, I salute to the fact that Caleb's gotten this far, but God, the amount of damage, man, this is worse than any one-punch knockout, man.
68-pound championship, IBF title on the line. And watch on the left part of your screen here. We'll see Caleb Truax able to get in here and land that. Wow, that's right off the chin.
Yeah.
Sean, that's in a dangerous spot, even with a beard.
Come on, man, don't hype that up.
But here's the thing. I know
That's the first clean punch he's landed,
what that really means.
and that's why y'all showing it on the replay.
You got 20 fights, 21 fights now.
Trying to get this man hurt, for real, for real.
This distance and been this comfortable. Are you gonna let off of the gas? Are you gonna stay focused?
I hate watching fights like this, man. I do, I really do.
Or are you gonna pull back, make a mistake, and get caught with an overhand right the way that he did right there? So that's a part of the learning process for that Caleb
And one.
about to go through.
And so that's exactly what
AD got to pick it up, man. AD really ain't going like that.
He wasn't saying, oh, this guy
AD got to pick it up.
He said, hey, at times, maybe I'll have an opportunity. Good hook there from Plant.
Oh, okay, I like that right there.
Lands by Truax. There's another. Able to get in close. And to give him credit too, Sean, because we've been talking about Plant quite a bit. Truax has been able to stay in there, take punishment, and he's still landing a shot now and then.
Absolutely. And I've been waiting on this for him to hit a switch practically since the fight began. But we know that a fighter with experience, that switch may not be hit until the second half of the fight, if not later. And that's what we're seeing now is the overhand right.
While you're watching things live on the right, watch on the left here, and there's an example.
Oh, okay.
Then the right hand bouncing right off Plant's head. So Truax able to have his moments. Look at that.
It's a great fight and great timing.
Truax is gonna have to make it dirty these last 3-4 rounds if you want to try and make it seem like something. It just doesn't seem like he got that go.
Truax, understand that I found
And I think a lot of it just comes from there's just no audience, there's no crowd, there's no nothing to really get you going and make you feel like you really, you know what I'm saying, doing some work. So it's like he's really fighting like he's 37 years old. And it's not, it's bad. Like to the sense that he's just getting dominated so bad, like he's taking so much damage. That's a good shot from AB right there.
Now we can, if anything, point out a
Yeah,
mistake.
right there.
He does carry his left hand low.
Oh, he went right into that uppercut. God damn. Mm.
Goes to the bell.
How do you make America's #1 work brand for
I give Truax that, man. Truax is durable as a motherfucker, but I'm just like, that's not a good look, man. Like, just call the fight, man. Like, he's not coming back. Like, why does this have to go 12 rounds? That was a good play from AD. You got to hit that bucket, Kuzma, if you're going to shoot it. Okay, good pass. Okay, do some work. Do some work. That was weak. How you going to turn it right back over her? Oh, my God, that was weak. Harrow exposed. Not as good as everyone thought. That was a terrible play. Salute to people, man. Happy Saturday.
Justin Gamber there in the corner. Sean Porter, what did Gamber mean there? Firing on the reset.
Fire on the reset. So the reset basically is when both fighters are like, all right, we've had enough. Let's get back to the center of the ring, or let's
see what we got, man.
Let's reposition ourselves and square up. That square up moment is the reset. And when he says fire on the reset, he means don't
round 9, man. I thought it was gonna be over in round 3 to 4, man. Here we are.
We're ready. We understand what's
Oh, it's gonna be a quick stream, man. We're gonna be in and out of this motherfucker. Hell no.
He has a good firing mechanism, doesn't he? I mean, that punch just comes off firing off fast.
Watching this fight doesn't make me want to see Plant Fitz Canelo.
because he understands that he's got the ability to do it.
I would probably say Plant, similar level to Billy Joe.
He's landed a few of those shots, so Plant cannot get sloppy. Good jab up the middle from Plant as well. But Truax is game, very game.
Well, let's see if Truax Plant feels challenged by who's over here.
Because that's the thing. If you don't have that type of power against Canelo, Canelo's going to keep walking you down, and he's going to break you down.
A bunch of fights where Buddy McGirt was the trainer, and he says that's the one thing he tries to teach his fighters is.
That's what it comes down to, and that's why Jamal is so. That's why Jamal's probably the most dangerous out of everybody, because Jamal has that power.
I gotta establish something. But Sean, I guess you learn as you get older. 12 rounds, 10 rounds, there's time. Plenty of time.
Somewhat though would be like, okay, but what about Lara versus Canelo? Even though Canelo won, some would say Lara, you know, they would let us see the rematch. That was a different Canelo too, much lighter Canelo. Canelo's gained weight since then. Canelo's a bigger boy now.
It's not just a matter of the first half of the fight or even the second half of the fight.
That left hook, man. It's a lot of damage getting taken, you know, by Truax, man. I just don't see the point of, you know, allowing him to keep fighting. It's like, what's the point? I might as well just go ahead and call this joint. I don't see the point. Oh, man,
Looking to dig in, get a little more leverage now.
I would say right now, go back to the body. I like what this corner said. Fire on the resets. There's plenty of those throughout the course of this fight. You're still going to be able to land the jab at will, because that's a punch that Truax just cannot defend. But
this is nasty.
Break him down. I think he's
this shouldn't be on TV, man. This type of destruction.
Rights aren't effective, but you don't want to continue to get hit for something like that.
Oh man, I don't even think Truax understands where he's at right now. It's only a matter of time. 120 to 31. That's the punches landed at this point. That's the type of fight we watching, man. That's disgusting.
Face of Caleb Truax here, just all marked up, busted up, flattened through almost 9 full rounds now.
I don't understand.
Going forward, trying to get through the fire.
Why does boxing make these type of fights? Oh man, but then he got countered with an uppercut. Why didn't you say anything about that?
You got to get close enough to be able to fire that shot and land it. And Truax was able to get his feet in position to throw and land.
The double jab from Truax, still nasty though, man.
Final second, and that is 9 rounds of the scheduled 12.
If somebody was like, man, you know, I don't really watch boxing like that. What's so cool about boxing? I want to watch a good fight. How about I watch this fight? like, no, man, how about you not watch this fight? You're gonna hate boxing if you watch this fight. This is the type of fight you watch. This is not a good fight. There's no slight to anyone. Caleb Plant looks amazing. Caleb Plant it looks amazing. He looks in peak condition. Truax, a warrior. But when you put together a fight like this and it looks like this, it's just like I don't think it does anything for nobody. That's my opinion.
Take a look at some of the kids that we've been featuring. Joey Spencer with an early.
You know, I'm just watching it just because. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm in here now, so I'm gonna finish it. I'm not gonna get this far and not finish. That ain't right. But you know, I ain't proud of it. Because any other time I turn the thing on, you know.
For a little while now, all three of those guys right there, you can really champions in there.
Round 10 scheduled for 12. Again, Caleb Plant, Caleb Truax, Brian Kenny, and Sean Porter with Marcos Villegas and Heidi Andro here at the Shrine Expo Hall in Los Angeles. And now we'll get to see what Caleb Plant wants to do in the final 3 rounds of this fight. He's taking his time. He's outlanded Caleb Truax by a wide margin. Let's see how much he wants to.
It's just, you know what I'm saying? It's Truax that durable? Is Caleb Plant's power questionable? Is it enough to keep a guy like Canelo off? You want that fight so bad. David Benavidez, like that's why I'm like, let's see Plant versus David Benavidez. Like calling everybody outside of PBC, man. Plant versus Benavidez, Plant versus Jamal. Like,
I wouldn't say he's digging in, not yet, but I expect him to. I expect Caleb Plant to start to really sit down and dig into those shots.
I don't think so, right? Nah, look at him here. He likes it.
Those were good punches that he landed. They were. Those were
hard right hand by Truax there. Plant able to
come on, man, don't gas that. It's crazy because that right hand keeps landing from Plant, but he is not sitting down. Truax isn't taking a step back. I don't know if that's just stupidity, durability, or humility. I don't know. But god dang, he gonna stop him. That's a good. Oh, he traveled. Yeah, that's a bad shot. He traveled first and foremost.
Shots and the quick shots. Now it's time to sit down like he's doing right here and dig into the body and into the head.
He wants to stop him. I can tell he's throwing with some power, but Truax is just coming forward, man. Taking a beat, man. Like it's not good look.
He's got to get that left hand up. I call it forward thinking. Think beyond this fight. What am I getting hit with, and what can I not afford with later on down the road in my career, my next fight, or whatever the case may be. That has got to come up for Caleb Plant and protect it. The overhand right, just throwing home Caleb Truax. It's not good.
Yeah, was able to capture the bicep of Callum Smith, pounding him on the arm.
Wow. It's funny you said it because I was just thinking to myself, Caleb Truax looks like he's still got a lot in the tank. And I do think that Caleb Plant has done a good job of going to the body.
That's the thing. As many punches that have landed on Truax, that's why I'm like, the power of Plant is mad questionable. That's why I feel like a Plant versus Canelo fight can happen. Canelo beats Plant easily. Canelo beats Billy Joe easily. Not because necessarily he's that much better of a boxer than either one of those, but I just think he's going to walk these guys down. And he's going to tear away at their body. He's going to corner them, and there's not going to be nothing they can do about it. Because the power is not enough to keep Canelo off of them. That's my opinion. The only person that can, really challenge Canelo like that, in my opinion, would have to be Jamal. But even then, I'm like, Jamal is nowhere near the level of boxer that Canelo is. So there's that factor. But Jamal has the power for Canelo to respect it. But Plant doesn't have that. Billy Joe doesn't have that. Andrade doesn't have that, and I love Andrade. Andrade's one of my favorite fighters. But Jamal does, I give him that. But he's not the caliber of boxer that Canelo is. So I still think Canelo beats Jamal. Like, I don't really know too many motherfuckers who could unless he goes way up in weight, like he fights Bitterbiv or something like that. And even then, I'm like, yeah, he probably beat him.
He is 20-0, and now suddenly finding the movable options. Sean, looks like he was breaking down.
Man, if y'all ain't show no love, y'all ain't hit that like button, that's cold-blooded, man. Hit the like button. Show some love, please. You know what I'm saying? If y'all part of the family, hit the subscribe button, but really just hit the like button, man. Show some love right now. You know what I'm saying? Because this fight ain't shit. It's been a complete domination. Should not have been made. Way too much damage is being taken from Truax, even though Truax has been able to last. It's probably gonna end up going all the way to a decision. I feel like this type of damage that he's taking, this amount of punches, even though there may not have been a lot of power to it enough to sit him down and make him walk back, to make him not want to keep coming forward. Just the amount of, like 144 landed total punches to 34, like over almost 12 rounds, man. That's going to be a lot more long-term damage than anything. So I'm not a fan of these type of fights, man. It's bullshit, man. But I'm here, man. I'm watching it, but that's why I'm like, man, show some love, goddamn it. Hit that like button, man, because I'm like, this fight ain't shit. Plant looks amazing. Plant looks peak form. Truax looks like a warrior, but there's no way these two should have been placed, especially for the belt, for a fight. There's no way. It doesn't make any sense to me. How you gonna ask for the scorecards? You know what the scorecards is, man. Truax ain't won one round, man. This is why I hate watching Andrade fights. I'm like, that's why I'm like, you gonna talk about Plant so much, put Plant at such a high level, but y'all ain't gonna talk about Andrade. Andrade is at the same level as Plant, man. Andrade is better than Plant. But for some reason, everyone wants to see Plant versus Canelo. I'm like, Canelo literally signed a 2-fight deal with DAZN, and he made sure one of them fights wasn't Demetrius Andrade. There's a reason why he chose Billy Joe. I know Andrade isn't the super middleweight, but that's not a problem. Anyways, man. Celtics over here starting to run away with the game against the Lakers, man. 78-71. Got to give it to them. I know it's early, but the Lakers is looking, they started off strong, but they started to slip. That jab from Caleb Plant's been cold all fight, but it's been a disgusting fight, man. This is just a terrible mismatch, man. It's like this is like watching a basketball game. Like if this Lakers Celtics game, it's like the Lakers had 30, and the Celtics had 92 right now. That's the type of game we'd be watching right now, and still continue watching it all the way to the end. That's this boxing fight. It's disgusting. But I'm gonna watch it to the end, man. I've invested this much time to it. I'd be a fool not to go ahead and finish this joint out. You know what I'm saying? Plant looks great. Truax looks like a warrior. He's not going to go out with a knockout, even though this type of damage might be a lot worse than a one-punch knockout, even though in the moment the one-punch knockout looks bad. But this type of damage over this long period of time, man. But, this is what we have, man. I don't think this fight does anything for Caleb Plant's stock. Now, maybe if this would have, ended in the third round, or maybe if it would have ended in the fourth round, maybe something, because we already, expected this to happen. But an unexpected knockout, unexpected, quick finish, yeah. 12 rounds, all rounds with buys going to be unanimous decision against Caleb Plant. It does nothing for Caleb Plant. It does nothing for Truax, man. It's just a whole bunch of bullshit. You want to be real. It's me being honest. A whole bunch of bullshit. It's going to be the same thing when Adrian Broner fight. It's going to be a whole bunch of bullshit. It is what it is. I can't talk. I can't be no type of way. I'm just being honest. Hate on me because I'm being honest. I don't give a damn. So it's 12 rounds. The last round. Once this round is over, I'm out of this motherfucker. I'm not going to wait for the winners to be announced. I'm not going to wait for the scorecards because this was some bullshit. Absolute bullshit. And this is for the title too, man. I'll be forgetting that. It's absolutely disrespectful.
This is what we do. This is what we prepare for. If the game plan was to break him down and knock him out, it's the 12th round. He's further along than you expected. So what? Get the knockout. So I like what I heard from both corners.
Yeah, Truax with great spirit there, trying to move, and you can see trying to get close enough to land, kind of like Rocky Marciano, right?
Don't got much though.
Trying to get that right hand close enough.
Don't got much in that tank, man. But he's trying, man. I give him that. But there's not much in that tank.
Keeps busy with the jab, right-handed and jab, drives Truax back.
Yeah, you got a guy countering you with the overhand right. Keep him backing up, and he'll never have a chance to even try to set up overhand right. So, Caleb Plant, if anything, his offense is now his defense, and preventing Caleb.
This is a disappointing fight, man. This is definitely a disappointing fight. Me being 100% honest, it's a disappointing fight. They hit from Kuzma, man. They needed that, boy. 78, 74. Don't let Boston get the dubs on you. The dub of the dubs. Yeah, they do that. Do that. Do it.
Big 168 pounder. No mistake that he is. Caleb Plant is also a big 168 pounder. The frame is different, but he's
Plant's a big 168 pounder, but goddamn, he looks tired right now. 12 rounds, 168 punches landed to 42. I don't know why I'm watching this fight. This fight is disgusting. I'm not proud of myself for watching this. Get your ass up, Montreal. You crying about that, and I'm over here watching the motherfucker get his ass beat for 12 rounds. You crying about someone slapping you in the face. You 6'10". It's a shame. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Truax still trying. Throws that right. Glancing shot off the head of Plant. He has likely not won a single round.
He has likely not won a single round. He hasn't won a single round. It's not likely. We know for a fact he has not won not one single round. It's disgusting. 174 punches landed to 47. The fact that Truax survived through all of that is a testament to Plant possibly having pillow heads, as they would say. Or maybe Truax is just that goddamn tight.
Hook drives Truax back. Commanding performance by Caleb Plant.
No, I'm not going to clap for that. That's not a clap worthy fight. It's disgusting. That fight was disgusting. That fight was disgusting. And I'm actually disappointed in myself that I watched that entire fight. I should have. Why didn't I end? Why didn't I end early? Why didn't I leave? And if y'all up in here, y'all ain't hit that like button, man. Hit the like button. Because I just watched an absolute terrible fight. The fight was terrible. Caleb Plant destroyed Truax like we all expected. Didn't do nothing spectacular. Didn't KO him. And he's probably going to call out Canelo. Don't know why. This fight does not make me want to see any more of nothing. I want to see Caleb Plant fight David Benavidez. Let's do that. Tired of the bullshit ass fights, man. But I made it through, man. I didn't think I was gonna make it through, man. I'm not gonna watch this whole Lakers game. It's been pretty good. It's been a good game. I'll give it that, but I'm not gonna watch the whole thing. But salute to the people, man. Salute for joining Fluence Lounge. I'm gonna get up out of here, man. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my Saturday night. If y'all ain't hit that like button, hit the like button, man. If y'all ain't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel, man. I'm gonna get up out of here.
Download the DraftKings Daily Fan now. Enter the free Super Bowl prediction challenge and make it free.
You can't put a price.
There it was, man. God damn. I had to get that second like, man. I was like, what it took, man. All right, we up out of here, man. Salute to the people.
Kind of inexpensive.